everybody! I am in my living room to film this intro, just for the simple fact that I didn't want to bring my little one upstairs in the sewing studio. There's a lot of fabric scraps and he likes to grab them and try to eat them. I need to vacuum and clean up there before I bring him upstairs, so enjoy the background and maybe some added background noise. Apologies for that. So, the video. I one day just wanted to go to Goodwill and look around, see maybe if there were any bigger corduroy pieces. I love corduroy, but buying the individual yards of fabric can get expensive. You say hi to everybody. Hi, good boy. Hello, oi. So for that reason, I just always kind of scope Goodwill to see what I can find. And that day I found 2 full suits and a suit jacket. Everything that was on hangers was $2, so I got an amazing deal on the things that I bought. Right now, in the fashion industry, just the world over, a lot of people are really focusing more on sustainable sources and ethically sourcing the things that they purchase. And this video and my sewing definitely fall in line with that. A lot of times I'll go to thrift stores to source fabrics like bed sheets or curtains that I can use to make something from scratch, or like what I did in this video, find pieces that I can kind of revamp or make into something different or style them a different way to be worn again, instead of just sitting in a store for years and not having anyone pay any attention to the clothing item. With that being said, I think that the responsibility to be sustainable and ethical lies more in corporations than the individual consumer. However, I still try to do my part when I can, so I just want to give a quick and fun example of some ways that you can spruce up some old things from the thrift store that you find. Enjoy! Hello everyone. I'm about to try on the 2 full suits and the suit jacket that I purchased from Goodwill. Now I'm trying them on just to kind of get an idea of what these fabrics would look good redesigned as and the aspects that I would like to keep in the original designs. There are a couple items that I really don't want to change much because I like them as they are, which kind of surprised me. I had this plan going into it that I would take everything apart and redo it. But I actually really like 2 of the items, so I don't plan on changing them much. However, the other ones, I do have a plan of reconfiguring the entire original design. I just want to make sure that I have a good solid plan going into it because these are suits and there's a finite amount of fabric, so if I mess up and I need an extra half a yard, I don't have it. So I really want to make sure that my plan is solid and I'm going in with a good idea and a good plan so that I can execute it well. First suit, full suit set I have is in this olivey brown. It has a very mustardy kind of green tone to it. If I slide up the shoulder seam to where my shoulder is, the sleeves are just a bit short for me, which, I mean, I have long arms, I have long appendages in general, so that's not surprising. However, the actual silhouette of this is quite broad. It does have shoulder pads, they all do, but even without the shoulder pads, it's quite a wide frame, and I have a bit more of a slim frame, and it's also quite long, like almost dress long. These pants are one of the items that I actually really like, and I don't plan to change too much. The waist fits me very well. I mean, this is like exactly my size, like a 29-31. They fit really, really well. The only alteration I would make is to make the legs of the pants a little more fitted, a little more straight cut. Okay, next is this full suit set. Upon putting this on, I realized that this is going to kind of be a piece that I'm going to reconfigure. Again, the sleeves have been altered, so I slide the shoulder seam up. The sleeves are a bit too short, and it's very long again. These pants are much too wide and much too short. I think that this suit set is a good candidate for a skirt set and transforming these pants into like a mini skirt or an A-line skirt and cropping off the jacket to be like a cute blazer. Next is the suit jacket. It has kind of a tweedy look, like a professor or a psychologist's look. And this actually kind of surprised me how much I like it as is. It fits me really well. One of the only alterations I'd make, ditch the shoulder pads and just scoot up the shoulder seam a bit. But I can see myself wearing this as just like a winter coat. Okay, so I have gone ahead and cut the sleeves off. I know that I will not be using them in the design. I'm planning to cut out kind of a square below the bust and keep just the strap from the shoulder to where I'm going to be cutting the collar. So it's going to be a strip here, cut below the bust, same thing over here. So all of this will be gone and it will be a little square here. Okay, so I have closed the suit, cut out the collar, and then cut out this box where the lapels closed. And this is what I have at the moment. My plan is to take in the sides here. And I may even add some tailoring darts in the back, depending on how it lays once the sides are taken in. Okay, so I have serged all of the raw edges just to keep the lining and the outer layer together while I was adjusting some other things, but I added the extra length here. Okay, so I've gotten to this point and I'm really not loving it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
I think, that's one of the biggest challenges for me, redoing a garment that already exists in a certain style. It can be difficult to get it to work out exactly as you want because it already exists as something. Remember when I said I'm gonna go in with a plan and make sure I have a good idea of what I want to do so that I can execute it well and I'll be able to salvage as much fabric as possible. Yeah, that kind of blew up in my face. I did do this. I did execute my plan. However, I hate it and I don't like the way that it's laying. So I've decided to go a different direction. Instead of having this whole pinafore type thing, I've scooted it down. I'm going to open up this top and redo it so the skirt will lay more flat. I'm going to do a mini skirt, and with some of the fabric that I still have from the sleeves and the fabric that I take off, I'm going to try instead to do like a suspender type moment with the skirt. And if that doesn't work out, then I'm just going to do a mini skirt. At first you don't succeed, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so the pants will be a pretty simple process. So I'm just going to try them on backwards, fasten them, zip them up, and then I'm just going to take some pins and just pin along the edge of the pant line. Okay, because this process is so simple, I'm going to show you how I do most of my projects using my serger. And for the seams, I'm just going to serge them so I don't have to worry about any raw edges. And while I'm serging, it will also trim off the excess fabric for me. Okay, it is time for my skirt suit aspirations. I do plan to take out the shoulder pads and take in the side seams of the jacket a bit and then just shorten it a few inches. I'm going to decide on the length of the jacket after I get the skirt completed, just so I can see how they look together. My plan for making the pants into a skirt is just to open up this crotch seam, and these pants are so loosely fitted on me, I might be able to get away with just opening the seam and then closing it in a straight down way. So just have kind of a straight seam coming from the fly down to the edge of the skirt. And I have high hopes, but I don't know, there's so much that could go wrong. I just hope that it turns out well. Here we go. I really feel like this video has just turned into watch me struggle. I've taken out the lining, I took the sleeves off, I've just used my serger and taken in this side seam here. I'm planning on just snipping off a little bit out of the armhole so that the sleeves suit my arms a little bit better. And then the length is yet to be determined, but this is what I'm working with. So I plan to take in the sides and then connect this to be straight. Same in the back, just a straight seam. All I have to do is cut the length and hem it. Support those big corporations. Hi. He wanted to say hello.